Okay, here we are. So normally I try to engineer a more defensive battle as the Koreans. We'll see if I can pull that off. I think we'll want non-light cavalry operating in the open here. We can try to anchor our line here. The alternative is to try some kind of ambush where we keep our non-light cavalry hidden in the trees so it doesn't burst out. I suppose that could be worth trying. We can try that. Good. Okay, now let's consider who we've got here. Well, matchlock man with no melee capability should certainly go in the marsh. Do we have any others with no melee capability? Doesn't really look like it. Okay, otherwise, so we'll probably want to have a line anchored on the forest more or less so that we can threaten flanks from the wood. So we'll just get these out of the way so we can think. Our hardest hitting infantry are these warrior monks. So we'll scatter them through the front. And our matchlock men with attached light guns have decent impact. As do the archers. Okay. More impact warriors. And heavy weapon. Great. So our raw troops will probably want holding the forest because they're pretty much completely unable to do anything else. And we'll try to stretch our line a bit. Some warriors in reserve, maybe for flank work. Right. So we'll open up with some harassment from the light horse. I might want to grab a single unit, put it over here to be annoying. And we'll try to goad him into an assault here and then wrap around. Okay, let's see that deployment. Missiles and cavalry here, interesting. For the forest fighting, I suppose. All right. I think we should shift our light horse over to the right flank. And what? If we stay in the marsh, so the thing about marsh is that you can shoot over multiple tiles of it if it's revealed. What I might want to do is gradually shift my cavalry to these two tiles so they can burst out this way, so I can get my infantry hidden back here away from the outer edge of the forest so that in order to see me, he'll have to be disordered. Downside, these are lights, so I might want to keep a sacrificial unit or two out here just to slow them down and not reveal my full hand. we'll start with that. Next turn. We'll have to, let's see, 3, 4, 1, 2. We're still out of arquebus range. Okay, and we can finish making our line here. But we probably don't want to just slam head on into Yarizamidai. So instead, we'll probably want to start falling back still more and shuffle more troops into here. Our lone light horse can engage safely from here at least. Just be irritating. Okay. Next turn. Yeah, we're gonna quick run away. Get this other light horse into position. And out of the surface of the tree line, please. Okay. This line doesn't have to turn around yet. We can stand obligingly still and get more harassment going here, maybe draw off some more units. And then if the cavalry moves up a little more, we can move up and start shooting at them for some kind of action. Next turn. Right, once we can get all 3 light horse behind him, we can start causing some shenanigans. Very good. Now what I might want to do is leave a unit, a raw unit, exposed just to trip him up, slow him down, and then we can fall back into the forest if we need to. Good. And good. Let's see if we can force some forward movement, and if this cavalry advances towards this open ground, we can occupy these 2 tiles of rough, or just fall back over here and fill this rough ground. Meantime, we will hunt his Ashigaru and presumably his commander in the village. See if that can cause some movement one way or another. Next turn. Alright, now our light cavalry can proceed to threateningly lurk and threaten rear charges. We can stand for one more turn, and then the turn after that, the whole line can start withdrawing this way, so the forest line can start wrapping around. And we can just avoid a confrontation in the open, or at least avoid a confrontation that is only in the open. Yeah, we have till next turn to make that decision. Next turn. Okay, let's see. Threaten rear charges, but linger just out of musket shot. And send our greetings. Prepare to withdraw. There we go. Being a little bit cautious with these, but soon I'll have to bring them out if I want to do anything. Next turn. Ah, they're coming back. It's unfortunate. Well, the split might not be bad. If the gap widens, we could exploit it. Ah, yes. Start picking at the command. Good attempt to charge. You can't see into the marsh, so it could be worth pushing some reinforcements towards this engagement, standing our ground a bit. Yeah, which means we're going to have to risk the light cavalry. Disruption's a good start. Alright, out with it. See what kind of reaction we get to that move. We've turned around. We don't need to run yet. They're still far away. I wish I had more lights, but unfortunately these three were all I can get. Okay, good enough. Next turn. after a disruption. There's a push, so we need to get a move on. So now that a bit of a gap has opened here, we'll attack this force and hold back from fighting this force. So, withdraw. And with a shot. With that, coming out to fight. If he simply turns everyone this way, then we turn back around to fight. If he keeps following, then we keep withdrawing towards rough ground and forest. In the meantime, we have to hope that this unit doesn't disrupt right away, but even if it does, we're going to push on ahead. Next turn. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to take advantage of that. Ugh. Okay, he's going to close the gap, so we need to turn everyone around and force a fight. Meantime, close into contact, just so you don't get shot at. These average. Okay, we might be able to handle impact then. Try for a disrupt. No dice. Shuffle around. And do we want the infantry to take the hit, or do we want the cavalry? This infantry is more or less worthless, right? Ugh. Okay. Then right. Turn around. We're coming out to fight. Unfortunately. It's not the way I would want to do it. But this isn't going as well as I would like. Maybe if we're lucky we can get a good charge in, but if we're unlucky we'll disrupt before impact to fire. Not to mention I kind of messed this up. I should have moved them directly here so I could fire first, but now we're going to have to take volleys without being able to charge in response. Next turn. Oh. Okay. You can absorb some bullets for us. Good. That in mind, let's push. There, that's fine. Now we're generaled up, so maybe we can try to frag them. And charge. Disrupt. Good. Charge again. Bounce. Charge again. Good. And again. They evade. So it goes. Put down some harassing fire. We're not going to be able to break his general, so we'll just ride past. It's fine. Okay. So we're getting a bit isolated here. We need to push up. Get our superior impact foot here. They hold firm. Alright, what have we got? Matchlock Man, so we have superior impact foot and matchlock man, get a volley off. Heavy weapon and support. And more impact foot. Nope, they hold firm. Bring our own cavalry up. We're gonna need more infantry support here, unfortunately. Lancers are gonna be dangerous. We need to try to get into the rough ground. Not feeling confident just because the army is so squishy and we're outside of the terrain that we need. Huitin comments that he just noticed that I have impact foot. Yeah, the impact foot is kind of a gamble though. They're swordsmen, so if they succeed in disruption, they're in a good way. If they do not, they're at quite a disadvantage. Like so, we did not succeed in disruption here. Good timing. Yeah. Alright. Do we bother? Or do we push them to fire? Let's draw fire. And then they can run away, and that'll give us time to fire and then push into charge range next turn. Meantime, good. And the charge was risky because they have lances and we don't, but thanks to having a general, we were only at minus 50. Now in the melee, we have the advantage. And with our mixed unit of bow and heavy weapon here, the heavy weapon gets nothing on impact against cavalry. And in addition, these are medium foot. So it was 100 light lance and 100 charging medium foot. So plus 200 impact. So we were very lucky not to disrupt on impact. Now that we're in melee, we have our full heavy weapon. Although, unlike a spear unit, we don't cancel out their mounted swordsman POA. And unlike the half matchlock units, we only cancel out half their armor because we are only half heavy weapon. They hold firm. Let's try to come support. And next up, it's not quite enough damage to cause a disruption. Do we dare to push up? I think we do. Let's see if we zone of control lock this generaled up samurai unit. That'll protect these weaker, squishier average units. Then we can charge with impact foot. They disrupt, that's perfect. We needed that to unlock our swordsman POA. Next up, we can get a flank charge off on the later Yeti Ashigaru. Good. Then let us push right outside the charge arc. These raw units are going to break, but as long as they take a little while to break. And here we can zone of control lock this mounted Yari Hatamoto. And get some missile fire down on them. They didn't disrupt given their elite status, it's not surprising. There. Anyone else? This frag unit is gonna try to get the hell out of there. Next turn. Hopefully we impact charge and break through immediately, or else we're gonna get flanked ourselves. No, we did not break through, so goodbye to one of our best units. If we do hold out for a turn, we can in turn flank this unit. We'll see. Good? Does that cause any chaos now? No. Ugh. That's very good. Well, mostly because we blocked our own charge path. They still held firm, so we got 0 POA for our swords. Why is this actually working out? Just combat strength modifier. And being generaled up. Okay. Might unfortunately need to turn to prevent the flank threat. Damn, they're gonna break through and charge then. We're safe in rough ground here, we might want to stay. Held firm. Alright. You keep running away. You set up a flank charge. Start wheeling this unit around this way. Charge with the raw unit. Good. Got our heavy weapon impact there to break them. Bounce them again. Yep. At least we fell back out of matchlock range. Then we have to hope to frag this unit, I think, because, yeah, even if they're disrupted, the melee is only equal, and they would gradually rally up due to their quality. Raw bow, raw half bow is not about to inflict enough casualties for a cohesion check. Alright, looking pretty good, but there are dangerous parts of the field. This unit breaking could lead to a disruption, and of course, a steady samurai unit against raw troops is dangerous. And then the cavalry running around against our troops in the open, these two units are just doomed. And a break here could also set off panic. So we're up 21, which is great, but we're not in the clear yet. Next turn. Oh, we bounced off. Unfortunate. It's probably not the greatest idea. If we hold for another turn, we can get a flank, but I don't think we will hold for another turn. Ugh. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, it's evening out some then. Ouch. Well, since this unit's going to take a cohesion check no matter what, unless we move it, yeah, no, they'll break or they'll break, so fire and face your fate. Let's see, why don't we can either wheel about and zone of control lock this cavalry, or set up a flank on the samurai. I think we set up a flank on the Yeti samurai. If we hold for a turn, we can get a flank off. In the meantime, I think this unit is to get into a flanking position, and this unit, 47 to lose. Not sure if that's worth it. I think it's not. I think we wait. Well, or we could fall back. Both are bad. I think I'd rather just get in and bounce back and disrupt. Great. Well, so it goes. Get that flank attack off. Good. Next up, we charge. They've evaded, so their cohesion will drop. Frag. I think I do not want to invest any more units in that. So oh, what the hell. Alright. We could try to frag them with the flank charge of the light horse. Very good. Then we charge. Yeah. Hopefully we don't get caught up in the route, but if we do, least we have reserves ready. In fact, I don't think we have to worry about it because we can get a flank attack off here as well. Very good. Forward. Wheel. What's the situation? I think we will have won it this turn by breaking this unit as well. Unless we double drop here. But if we got very unlucky, we would lose this as well. Well, maybe not very, lose 77. Why is that? We're both fragged. Not really sure. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. Got a well done, so it looks like we reached the end. Good. Here we go. So originally the plan was I would fight him here, then riddle him with bullets and arrows from the wood and marsh and swing around with the cavalry. But maybe it was a little bit too obvious. He clearly suspected what was in here. So I had to change things up. But luckily the harassment of my light cavalry did draw off a weaker force of missile troops, and a gap did appear between them and the main force. So I was able to hit a less melee heavy force first. In addition, his concentration of spear-armed cavalry was actually pretty scary, but they didn't get into action until towards the end. Had they gotten in faster, I would have taken some casualties, taken some breaks, because the heavy weapon cannot really stand up to cavalry impact, at least in the open. So we got lucky that this wing didn't start getting into action until the end. So a good game to Huitin. Until next time.